I know. Okay, anyway, guys, let's move on to story number 4. And this is, I think this is my favorite story because it's just so funny, but it's sad, right? But a fraudster paid $160,000 to recruit moles inside Amazon to help him hijack other sellers' accounts and products, a new report reveals. Now, these guys who he bribed were paid off by him, and they were fired by Amazon as well. But the fraudster is known as Krasr, paid off moles inside Amazon. And what he would do is take over some accounts, top selling accounts, copy their product, and disable those people from logging in to make a report or tell anybody, and then he would sell his product. So very nifty, but what do you guys think about this?
I have a way more lucrative, if you have insiders inside of Amazon, there's way more that you can do other than do some mild fraud. Look, kids these days don't understand that mild retail fraud is not where the big bucks are. Amazon spends hundreds of millions of dollars each year on security. And if you've got an insider, if you've got a mole, you've just bypassed all of that.
It's very interesting to me.
7 moles.
I find it interesting that 95% of security spending is on infrastructure, but you'll notice that this had absolutely nothing to do with infrastructure. This was straight up. It doesn't matter who you are. We just need a little bit of access to your account, and we can make it happen. And we've seen this expand just like any other business, right? They built a technology, they franchised out, and now they're recruiting part-timers. This is what you would expect to see on the actual technology vendor side, on the other side of the issue.
Tell me this: how does multi-factor authentication save you now when the people inside your company are working with the criminals? Huh?
That's it.
We're all saved because of multi-factor authentication until a user hands it to a criminal.
And also they use LinkedIn and Facebook to recruit the Amazon employees to work for them. And it was a fake job ad, and they still took it.
LinkedIn is a gold mine of information for social engineering. It always has been. It still is.
And the level of social engineering, it's back to 1920. Just bribe the guy, just grease the guy, and have him work with you. I mean, it's the lowest of low tech.
The question is how much? No, I'm kidding. But I recently saw one of those ransomware gang leaders who got busted or something, and he was driving a fully blooded, fully printed Lambo.
Yeah.
Oh,
The evil corp guy was running around with a license plate that said criminal.
Really funny, and it looked like some Fortnite skin or something, like a game perk. So it wouldn't surprise me that much if they used a little of that obscene amount of money to oil the gears a little, like Paul says.
Here's the problem: ransomware gangs earn, if you're doing well like Conti, $1 billion a year. If your security budget is less than that, then you're in for a very bad time. And if you focus entirely on infrastructure and not on securing your people, you're in for a very bad time. We've talked about this ad nauseum, where you must secure the person in addition to the computer. And if you have, in this case, people that have vulnerabilities, that vulnerability is wanting money, then you're no more secure given all of your packet filtering routers and password reset modules and password poisoning and DNS poisoning. Security is stupid because we spend so much time on infrastructure, and all I have to do is drop a briefcase full of cash in front of an employee in a minute.
It's a totally Full
A
problem.
small envelope, $5,000, $5,000. Let me have your password. Let me have your PIN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Here's the thing, user behavior analytics is a thing. You can analyze people. You can,
Yep.
you can interact with them. You can look at all the data points. You can analyze them. You can categorize them for risk. And then you can detect odd behavior. So don't get me wrong. This is not an unsolvable problem. This is just a problem people have chosen not to solve.
exactly. They don't pay attention to it.
Yeah, there's a billions and billions and billions of dollars in security focused entirely on infrastructure and a tiny little piece on user behavior analytics. And that's the problem. That's why hackers keep winning. That's why Conti's printing money. They're worth billions of dollars. Conti's the new Facebook or Meta or whatever.